Welcome back, everyone. You know what? We're just going to go ahead and skip the usual agenda for this explainer today, because I really want to jump straight into something absolutely incredible. We're looking at the unfolding destiny of the Spanish national football team at the FIFA World Cup. What we've got here is literally a tale of two distinct peaks. We've got that legendary breakthrough back in 2010, and now this miraculous echoing run happening right now in the 2026 tournament. It's this wild story of resilience, solid foundations, and history basically repeating itself in the most thrilling way imaginable. So, let's dive right in. 17. Think about that number for a second. Out of the 23 FIFA World Cup tournaments that have ever been held in history, Spain has made an appearance in 17 of them. That is absolutely massive. It firmly establishes their historic, almost permanent presence on the global stage. They aren't just popping in to participate, right? They are completely woven into the very fabric of the World Cup's history. But, and this is where it gets super fascinating, despite that constant presence, Spain suffered from this, well, a historic ceiling. Prior to 2010, their absolute best result at a World Cup was a fourth-place finish. And get this, that drought dates all the way back to 1950. So for literally 60 years, you have a nation that consistently qualifies, constantly produces amazing talent, but just could not break through to grab that ultimate prize. Now, as we all know, everything changed during their legendary 2010 campaign. But this wasn't some flashy team just blowing opponents out of the water left and right. No, this was a masterclass in total control and sheer resilience. Just look at this knockout gauntlet. They ground out 4 consecutive 1-0 victories. I mean, talk about nerve-wracking. They bypassed Portugal, they edged past Paraguay, they took down Germany in the semis, and finally outlasted the Netherlands. It was just this unbelievable display of mental fortitude that finally shattered that 60-year ceiling. And we can't forget the physical toll of that 2010 victory, because it was immense. The final against the Netherlands, that wasn't just a football match, it was a grueling physical battle. There were a staggering 14 yellow cards handed out, 14! Yet, despite the sheer roughness of the match, Spain maintained their composure so incredibly well that they actually walked away with the FIFA Fair Play trophy right alongside their very first World Cup title. Just a brilliant juxtaposition there.
Section 1. The Architects of Greatness, Legends of La Roche.
So, who actually built this modern powerhouse? Well, David Villa basically sits on a throne of his own with a massive 9 World Cup goals. Right behind him is the great Emilio Butragueña with 5. But notice that third name on the list, Mikel Oyarzabal, also sitting at 5 goals, and he's doing it in the current 2026 tournament. So we're literally watching a modern player directly bridge the gap to the legends of the past right before our eyes. Now, we all know goals win matches, but foundations win tournaments. Look at these 3 absolute titans, Iker Casillas, Sergio Ramos, and Sergio Busquets. They are all tied at exactly 17 World Cup appearances each, spread across 4 different World Cup tournaments. Talk about an unbreakable spine. These guys provided the bedrock that allowed Spain's beautiful flowing football to actually flourish on the world's biggest stage. Section 2. The 2026 Renaissance. Echoes of the Past. Okay, so this is where the narrative mirroring gets absolutely wild. In 2010, Spain entered the tournament as European champions and heavy favorites, only to stumble shockingly right out of the gate with a 0-1 defeat against Switzerland. Now flash forward to 2026. Once again, they're European champions, once again heavy favorites, and once again they suffer a massive opening shock, a 0-0 draw against Cape Verde. It instantly planted all those seeds of doubt, right? But as they proved back then, a stumble at the start absolutely doesn't define the finish. Because man, they quickly found their rhythm in this newly expanded tournament. They ended up facing an escalating gauntlet of European heavyweights. Step 1, they pull off a dramatic 1-0 win over their rivals, Portugal. Step 2, moving into the quarterfinals, they take down Belgium 2-1. And then step 3, in the semifinals, they just put on an absolute clinic to secure a stunning 2-0 victory against France.
And here is an absolutely mind-blowing fact. By defeating France and reaching the 2026 final undefeated, Spain has just tied Italy's historic, long-standing record of 37 total World Cup victories. Think about that. They have battled through those early doubts, taken down top-ranked opponents, and definitively proven that the fighting spirit of 2010 is alive and well in this modern squad.
Section 3. The Final Clash. Destiny at MetLife. All right, so this is what it all comes down to, folks. July 19th, 2026 at MetLife Stadium. The challenger, an undefeated Spanish side riding those powerful echoes of 2010. The opponent, the absolute powerhouse that is Argentina.
this is a clash that is practically guaranteed to alter football history. The stakes literally couldn't be higher. Is Spain going to secure their second World Cup title, or will Argentina shatter their incredible undefeated run? So let's wrap this up. We've seen the 17 appearances. We've traced that legendary, nail-biting 1-0 gauntlet of 2010. And we've watched this 2026 squad perfectly mirror the past, shaking off those early doubts to tie a massive historic record of 37 victories. The narrative is written, guys, but that final chapter, it's still completely blank. So as we look toward MetLife Stadium, I want to leave you with this final provocative question. History is clearly repeating itself here. But when that final whistle blows on July 19th, who will actually take the crown?